Anthony Grasso here, bringing you financial news you can use. In this video, we're going to break out the bipartisan $908 billion proposal and the White House's $916 billion proposal that is going on right now. But first, if you like this video, smash that like button down below and consider subscribing if you like financial news that could benefit you within real estate investing, stock market investing, and the stimulus updates right now. Okay, let's get right into it. All right, so as you all know right now, the stimulus talks have basically gone down to zero. They're bickering right now. All the politicians are politicking, but that's not the point of this video. Let's stop politicking here. Let's get a deal done. All right, so let's get right into it. Let's bring up the spreadsheet here. Okay, so I wrote it all out. A $908 billion proposal by the bipartisan group, and the White House's proposal right over here. So for state and local governments, $116 billion for both. All right, so additional unemployment insurance. Now the bipartisan proposal has a $300 a week extension on that for $180 billion. Now the White House proposal is $40 billion, but that they don't add any extra money per week. So you just get your base unemployment benefits for that state. So that helps the states out on extending your base pay. So for instance, in Florida, that maximum would be $275 a week. And then with the bipartisan group, that would be $275 plus the additional $300. So for this example in Florida, you just get your base of $275. Now, what everybody wants to know about is stimulus checks right here. Now, the bipartisan proposal has $0, no stimulus check to Americans, but the White House proposal has $600 per person. Okay, so and then what Nancy Pelosi was arguing about was this no extra unemployment insurance per week. That's when she said no deal. So that was my update the other day. Now, support for small business, including the Paycheck Protection Program, restaurant stages, and deductibility. They both, the bipartisan group has $288 billion. White House proposal $320 billion. Now the CDFI and MDI community lender support, they both do $12 million. They both agree on that, and they both agree on some money for transportation. No argument there. The bipartisan group has $45 billion, and the White House has $31 billion, and both have money for vaccine distribution, $16 billion there. No argument there. So a healthcare provider relief fund, they both have $35 billion. Education, both have $82 billion. Student loans. Now here's the thing. Now the bipartisan support had $4 billion going towards student loans, and that was basically extending out the moratorium on not paying federal student loans going out to the end of January. The extension out of January. Now this would help that out. To the end of doesn't have a time frame on it right now, but it would probably end up towards the end of 2021. But the White House proposal has no money for student loans. That means that you would start having to pay on your student loans as of January 31st. Okay, housing assistance with rental. Now they both have $25 billion for housing assistance. That was a big deal. Nutrition, agriculture, $26 billion. U.S. Postal Service. Now, the Postal Service, the bipartisan group, they put $10 billion to the post office, and the White House bill has zero, so no money for them. And then, as you know, in the past couple months, there's an issue with the Postal Service. How about they need more funds, especially during the election talks? They're like, hey, we're going to do mail-in ballots, but we need more funding for the U.S. Postal Service. Well, now that the election's over, now this is not going to be hung up on a topic, but you might see them argue over that a little bit. Now, childcare is $10 billion each. Broadband, $10 billion each. Opioid treatment. Now, I saw in the bipartisan plan that it had $5 billion towards opioid treatment, but I didn't see anything in the White House plan. If you did see anything about that, please leave a comment down below and include it. Now, the lawsuit protections. Now, this is being hung up on. The stimulus talks are being hung up on lawsuit protections, but they both kind of include it, but you know, it's kind of like if there is lawsuit protection, there's going to have to be more funding for state and local governments to bail them out, basically. So it's that was bickering about. So these are just proposals right now. So this is not set in stone. So let's go back here. So what does this mean for this weekend? Now that you know the update on exactly what's in the two bills, you can decide whether that's good or bad. But in the next 2 weeks, there should be a stimulus plan bill that is proposed that will be legislative text. And I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for them to put in legislative text and pass it in the House, pass it in the Senate. Let's look at the bills that are going on. So leave a comment down below on how do you feel the state of the talks are going right now. Do you think they're actually going to make a deal in the next 2 weeks, or do you think it's just wishy-washy right now? So again, if you like this video, smash that like button down below and consider subscribing to this little bobblehead in the middle of the screen right here. Click that bobblehead, that's me. Subscribe to the channel if you like financial news you can use. So we'll be talking with you at the next video. Stay tuned. Ciao.